Anyway, the reason why I say that is so important is because I'm about to tell you. I already told y'all, but act like this first time I'm telling y'all. I have a genetic biomarker that is the leading cause for heart disease. Heart disease is the number one leading cause of death in the country or in the world, especially for men.
Right.
And ApoB is a biomarker that you don't ever get tested when you go to a regular physical.
Yeah.
Never. I've been getting my blood work done once a year my entire life.
Right.
Never got it tested. Both of my parents died super young of heart issues.
Right.
Granted, they took terrible care of themselves, but they likely had this genetic biomarker that they've passed down to me.
Right.
And it's not super, super high, but it's high enough that you want to be very aggressive about everything else.
That you're doing, yeah.
So, like, I'm not smart enough to fully explain it, but basically ApoB is the molecule that is responsible for heart disease. Having a high LDL cholesterol contributes to it because there's more in circulation. So the lower your cholesterol is, the less that bad molecule can get into your arterial wall of your heart and cause heart disease. Gotcha. So what my strategy needs to be is to lower my cholesterol. I said it. Did I say LP little a or ApoB? ApoB. LP little a is the genetic marker. ApoB is the is what causes heart disease.
Okay.
So I need to get my LDL cholesterol as low as possible, basically, because I had this genetic thing, right?
Yeah.
But if I didn't get that tested and I just got my regular blood work, my blood work looks fucking fantastic.
Right.
But not through the lens of you have this genetic issue.
Right. And that's an issue to me because I don't understand why that's not being,
because they don't give a fuck.
Because it's not preventative care. They only treat you once you have an issue.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
it.
It's like, So it's like people will go and never get that done unless you're going somewhere and really dial in and focus. Like you said, if Matt would have never introduced that to us, I probably just would have been going to the hospital just to get blood work, and I would have never known anything.
You never
and so when
know
I'm talking to the lady, I'm like, damn, y'all check all of this?
Like my cholesterol is, it was like 124, which the normal range is 120 and under is optimal on paper, generically.
Right.
So 124 is like very, very slightly elevated. I would have looked at that like, shit, I'm good.
Right.
But no, it's dangerous. If I were to live like that for the rest of my life, I'll probably die of a heart attack in my 60s. Like, I don't want that to happen.
Right.
So there's a lot of stuff that you can do to completely, if you do everything right, you can take heart disease off the table completely. You can be almost positive that you're not going to die of heart disease.
Right.
And that's the number one leading cause of death in the world is heart disease.
Yeah.
100% preventable.
Yeah.
It's
and nobody does shit to do anything about it.
I just lost a cousin yesterday to it. Had kidney stones. I found out from my mom and grandma yesterday, kidney stones runs in the family. I'm like, okay, I never knew this. So now it's like, oh shit. So then I'm like, okay, what else runs in the family? What else has been passed down?
Right.
So kidney stones. He was supposed to get another surgery the next day. Heart attack. Died. So it's like these things, like you said, you got to start.
There's so many different
stuff, man.
markers that you can be made aware of that you can make, adjustments and add decades to your life.
Absolutely. And
that's why it's so important. That's why I keep bothering y'all about it, because I'm obsessed with it right now. And it's we're at that age where we're young enough to do meaningful things and change.
But you should
your health span and
you
your
should
life.
say something to somebody. You should keep doing what you do. Yeah, I love it.
I mean, and also like people can look at their parents like, all right, you got two parents, you 50% of each when it comes to DNA.
Yeah.
Whatever they end up having, if you live the same life they have, you're going to end up with the same issues.
Absolutely.
Like it's just a much like a.
And most of the time, most people live the same lifestyle as
Yeah,
their
no,
parents.
that's what happens.
Like, nothing changed. It's just we end up doing the same thing.
That's how both of my parents died early, because they have some shit they didn't know about, but also did all the normal shit. Like, people don't eat right, they get diabetes, they drink, they do whatever, they live a fucked up, super unhealthy life, but sometimes you still live to 70.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you got things that are fighting against you on top of you shitting on yourself every
Yeah.
day,
Right.
you're gonna die at 53,
Yeah.
54.
Yeah.
And I want to take that off the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, everybody always put off taking their health serious the next year or the
Yeah.
next year or the next year.
I never realized that so many people in the world really just do not either eat right or go to the gym or both. They just do not. It's just that is not something I want to do. I don't want to sweat. I don't want to get up. I don't want to be hurting. And you got people that will
They're gonna
push
pay
it
for
off.
it later.
You got people that will really push it off. So like I'm about to post a video before New Year's ended, my Apple Watch, and it shows you like all when your rings are closed. And it's like from January to December, I might have missed out of the whole year, maybe 10 days. Somebody was like, bro, you went to the gym that many times? To me, I'm mad I missed 10. Like, what the fuck was I doing that I But to somebody was like, yo, you was in there too often. But I'm like, no, this is something that I gotta do.
It's a routine.
It's
for
a
you, though.
routine.
It's a part of who
Yeah.
you are at this point.
You know,
in time.
so it's crazy to hear that because like you said, to me it's a routine. To me it feels weird, and like Matt dialed in, it's gonna feel weird if Matt don't go to the gym the rest of the week. It's gonna bother him.
Yeah,
It's gonna bother the hell out of him.
because
Like,
it become a part of who you are.
there you go.
I'm somebody that go to the gym.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, exercise is probably the number one driving factor for longevity for
Oh,
sure.
for sure.
But there's so much way
Other stuff,
more
yeah.
shit to it than just working out.
Right.
Like
But
you
you can't just
gotta
work
know
out,
what
yeah.
if you don't know what you're dealing with.
You don't know what you don't know.
got shit. You can't optimize what you don't know.
That is true.
So you gotta go get the test done.
Man,
I'm telling everybody, if you got $750, yeah, it's expensive for
Yeah.
sure. Everybody don't got. Some people don't got $750 in their account right now, and I
Right.
get that.
yeah.
But when you do, or just kind of cherry pick what's important, at least get your CRP, which is C-reactive protein. That's a biomarker for like inflammation, basically, like chronic inflammation,
Right.
which can tell you a lot about your risks for cancer,
Right.
neurological. You don't want to be chronically inflamed. If that marker is through the roof, you should probably get additional testing to see what's causing it.
Right.
That's important. ApoB, LP, little a, LP, parentheses, little lowercase a is what they call it, LP little a. Those two for sure for your lipid panel, which is your cholesterol and all that stuff. And as men and women at this age, you get your
Hormonal.
hormones tested.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
For sure.
Because as we never got our testosterone checked in our whole life.
Hell, you got a lot of people that don't
Right.
to this day. Ain't
But
yeah.
this is another thing that I had that kind of woke me up to this whole idea probably a year ago is I did get my shit checked and my testosterone was low because I have another genetic thing which causes your testosterone to be lower than normal.
Right.
And I it makes sense because I feel like even when we was young, like I always lifted as much or more often than everybody. I've been lifting weights since I was 12.
Yeah.
I never felt like I got like as muscular
gains.
as I should have been compared to everybody that's doing less than me.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. I probably have been a little bit lower than I should have been my whole life.
Right.
And then there's this shit called sex hormone binding globulin, SHBG, which if that's high, it binds to testosterone. So you might have normal testosterone, but if that's high, your free testosterone or usable testosterone, it's low.
access.
Yeah.
Right. So you can have normal testosterone, but if you got high SHBG, you're not able to utilize the testosterone. So there's things that you could do to lower that, which frees up your natural testosterone. You'll be a lot more healthy. You'll feel better mentally. You'll be able to put on muscle.
Right.
There's just so many nuanced things that if you don't get the test, you don't have
You
a
don't
fucking
know.
clue
I mean,
what's
there's no
going
way
on.
to know.
You don't
Yeah,
know. And
right.
then you got to get the test, and you got to have somebody break it down to you now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think people try to remember people do those feet detoxes and all the little
Yeah,
things, but it's
all
like
that bullshit.
you need to go to a real doctor, a
Yeah, all
physician,
that
and see what's
bullshit,
going
all
on.
that
Yeah.
bullshit.
I feel like people have good intentions, they just don't know how.
But again, that they're just trying to do the easy. That's the easy route. I'm gonna put my foot in the tub for 30
Yeah.
minutes, or whatever. Like, cool, sure, maybe there's some benefit to that. But when's the last time you got like a robust blood work done?
Right.
That's true.
The only thing I've seen recently that's gaining pop is like people going to I think they're going to Turkey and somewhere else, and they do like the full panel of everything. They do X-rays on your whole body, check everything. That's something I seen online, but like that's probably like $2,500. Most people
Yeah.
ain't going to spend $2,500 on doing
And Peter Attia talks. I think anybody listening to this, if you're into health, I'm kind of becoming a nerd about it. But if you're into health at all, or you're wanting to get into it, I think Peter Attia, who has a YouTube channel, podcast, et cetera,
GOAT.
he's the gold standard
When
of
it
health
comes to
information in the world.
Right.
If you want to learn something or you got a question, he's going to give it to you. No nonsense, data based, just completely black and white, as digestible as
As you can
possible.
get.